What's up, YouTube? It's your boy RushMoreRick, and today we are reacting to why everyone hates nice guys. Or is it corny guys? I don't know. Let's go.
This is why you should never be nice to women.
Stop being so nice to women.
Every beautiful woman out there wants you to treat her like
5 ways to seem like a bad boy instantly.
The nice guys never win. I'm done, bro.
Nice guys finish last is one of the more popular phrases of male fragility, I guess I've heard in more recent years. The whole nice guys thing went so crazy. They actually...
That's a real thing. I don't know why it's a real thing, but it is a real thing. Nice guys don't finish last. But my whole thing is just because nice guys, they say nice guys finish last, but there's some nice guys who finish first. It is.
Actually made an entire anthem back in the day. I know y'all remember this song.
Nice guys always finish last, should have known that.
Never heard that shit a day in my life.
Y'all like to say the world doesn't like nice guys, women doesn't like nice guys, nobody likes nice guys, but the thing is, who wants to be with a nice guy when they come up sounding extremely corny every time like this?
All I hear lately is complaints about how there's no nice guys around, but they're in the friend zone where you left them. At least I still have my coffee to love me. No, I don't like you. Even my coffee won't date me.
Who?
See, that's not even a nice guy. That's a weird guy. That's a cringe guy. That's a corny guy. That's a lame guy. Don't be that guy. You know what I'm saying? But be a nice guy. Don't even be a nice guy. Be a nice person. What the fuck?
Why do you even deserve love? Okay, maybe that's a stretch to say why do you deserve love? You just come off extremely corny. Number one, nobody is entitled to liking you, all right? If they're not attracted to you, they don't like you. They don't like you. They don't even need to have more reason than that, bro.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so ugly. I'm ugly, huh? Nah, I could see why like girls don't like me and stuff.
Do you think that you're gonna get, you know, the panties wet? Oh my god, I want him so bad.
You ever seen a male pick me before? I've never seen a male pick me, but if I was to see one, I think it was that nigga. I'm not gonna lie.
He just hates himself. The way he just hates himself is just so attractive. Of course they're not gonna like you after you do stuff like this. This is peak like nice guy type of energy, bro. Nobody is gonna be attracted to somebody who just sits and self-deprecates.
So, do you want to give me your number? You know, for project reasons, obviously. Don't feel pressured. I'm not gonna be like those other guys. Don't feel pressure to give it to me. You know, some other guys are like, give me your number. Nah.
Not me. I'm a good person. I'm not gonna force you to give me your digits. I'm not gonna force you and grab you.
Anyways, you seeing anyone right now? You're really kind of cute, and just want to ask, like, you in a relationship?
He look like one of them niggas from the movies that be abducting kids. I don't know why, but he just looked like one of them, like the Lovely Bones type. You know what I'm saying? He looked like that.
Yeah, I actually am.
Oh.
You don't care about that damn phone number, bro. You don't care about being partners.
Let me go talk to the teacher real quick.
Okay.
Yo, can I switch fucking partners?
Because she's not going to give you the number. And the crazy part is there's a whole lot of dudes who are exactly like this. You know, you can tell when somebody's trying to be nice just to crack buns, you know, get in the sheet, trying to get inside the coochie, whatever, try to create some type of relationship. And I know there's a lot of people like this because, number one, when I was in high school, especially, I saw a lot of dudes on this type of timing. And if you look in the comment section of this post alone, I know people were like this. Low-key me. 215 likes. This used to be me. 1,000 likes. This is me. 396 likes. This is not an effective way to get anybody to like you on a romantic basis. And it's like, bro, this is basically straight up just manipulation, if we're being honest. You think the person you're talking to can't see through it? You know, by now,
it's a lot of women who can't see through it, unfortunately, but you know, there's a nice guy and then there's fake nice guys.
They've seen this method before, right? They've played these games before on some Squid Game timing, okay? They know what it's like to be trying to get love bombed and pampered towards and all this type of stuff. Elementary level manipulation tactics. And let's just say as a woman, you decide to take a nice guy seriously, right? This is the stuff that happens when you start taking them on dates.
Look, you're a really great guy, but...
I took you out, paid for your meal, respected you.
Look, I'm just
Shut up,
Balls ain't even dropped yet.
woman. The man's talking.
I respected you. I showed you love. I showed you positivity. I listened to you when you talked so much because you're a woman and women just talk.
Because I'm not degrading you and I don't have tattoos. I'm not confident enough for you.
Being nice with some type of transactional intention, it's not really being nice. I guess it's being nice, but it's not being kind. They like people who are genuinely, you know, kind souls. But when you're being nice in order to get something else, that's when it becomes weird. And then when you get something that you don't want, you get rejected or you face some type of, I don't know, unforeseen circumstance like the thought of getting rejected by a woman. Then they start turning into these either number one, like straight up like incel level demons, or two, hit the gym. She was never yours. It was just your turn. This is exactly what I was mentioning, like the fitness side of the people, bro.
The gym every day because they're tired of relationships, because they realize.
I hate this where it's like, why? I understand a lot of people are forced to get into the gym because they're going through something outside of it. But it's like there's there's stigma that a lot of men are going to the gyms because they're getting heartbroken by women, or they've been getting cheated on. I'll see you in the gym, or your girl's fucked up, bro. Come to the gym. Like, why are we associating building our bodies up with negative effects of negative interactions with women? That those two should have never even combined, because you know what I'm saying? I just hate that. I don't like that, because I ain't really going through shit like that. When I started my gym journey, I was fine in my relationship. I just wanted to improve myself.
The nicer you are to bitches, the less she likes you, and the more up you are to bitches, the more attractive you are to.
You're calling yourself a nice guy, but you're coming on the internet calling women bitches, first of all.
And guess what? And they fuck with that. It's weird, because a lot of this can't even go on men, because there is this thing where it's like, oh, he's too nice, let me go after the bad boy. And it's just the female gaze always leans towards the bad. I don't think it's necessarily the bad guy, but it's just the unconventional guy, the guy that's a little rough around the edges, because a lot of women think that they can fix men. A lot of women like to think that they can fix men. They try to fix men. So the man who's already nice and well-mannered, or well mannerisms, a woman will look at that and it's almost like, I believe she'll think, oh, he doesn't really need any fixing, so I don't really need to work on him. A lot of women like projects.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good start. Is that really like showing into your character that you were truly nice? That I don't know. Maybe they just didn't like you, or they seen that surface level of niceness and were like, I don't know about bro.
That's not true. I like nice guys.
Okay, if a guy brought you flowers and chocolates on a first date, would you like him more?
Probably.
That'd be kind of an ick.
Most people would not tell you that. See, I don't know what this is, what woman is, in the background. If you're a woman watching this video, be honest. If somebody bought you flowers and chocolate, would that be an ick? I feel like I'm willing to say that, over half of the population of women would tell you that's not going to be an ick. That would actually...
It shouldn't be an ick, but I can see why it would be, because it's a first date. It's not like a second or a third one. And I feel like you don't want to come off as overly, you know what I'm saying? And then you put a lot of people in the position. You come with flowers and a chocolate, and she come empty-handed. She start to feel like, damn, now it's a little weird.
She'd be seen as potentially a kind gesture.
You're a little too invested too early.
Or if they did see it as an ick, it may be like it might be on some like love bombing. I don't know. You're doing a little too much. Pipe it down. But it wouldn't be on some, oh, this is an ick because it's unattractive. It's just questionable because why you're doing this type of stuff so early.
Such a bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hot when you call me that.
I don't think anybody would say that. You call them that word, and most of the time women would get mad. I don't.
He nice guy farming, clearly.
I don't think they would say.
No, not nice guy farming. He asshole guy farming. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that was attractive. This is me. I agree. If this is the women that you're talking to, you gotta just change the dating pool, bro. Brief intermission. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the comment section down below. I repeat, pinned in the comment section will be the second channel. Please make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much. Back to the video. If let's just say that's what you're going through, right? People are, turning off against you because you're being genuinely kind and genuinely nice. It's not on you, it's on them. Change the circle, okay? Don't start generalizing all women to be like, bro, I'm telling you right now, the average woman does not like bad people.
Like, y'all think wanna act like assholes, bro? No, bro, y'all make us act this way. Cause the second we start being on some nice guy sim shit, bro, y'all gonna play the fuck out of us.
Bro, you gotta change the circle you're talking to. Change the basket you're shooting at. Change the women, you're trying to flirt with. If you're being genuinely kind to people, the only thing you can do is take it on the chin, accept rejection, and move on to the next one, all right? Don't change your personality. Keep it cool, bro. Like, don't be a bad person. Don't be mean. Don't be derogatory. Don't start calling people names and stuff thinking that's the method.
And look, and that's the thing. A lot of people get that confused. Just because you don't want to be labeled as a nice guy, so you start acting like an asshole. It shouldn't even have to be that way. Yes, I agree. Don't come off as overly nice to anybody, not just women, to men too, because a lot of people, they take advantage of kind people. They take advantage of nice people. So I feel like there should always be that, you know what I'm saying, not a barrier, but at the same time, that protective shield where it's, not to fuck with me. I'm nice, I'm polite, I'm respectful, but I'm not, that just because I'm those things doesn't mean I'm a nice guy. And just because I don't want to be labeled as a nice guy doesn't mean I have to be labeled as a mean guy or act like an asshole or act like a dickhead or being like unnecessarily rude or unnecessary, like doing unnecessary things. You don't have to take that path. You don't.
That's not the method, all right? That's not how it works. You start calling girls, you know, bitches and stuff to their face, they probably are not gonna like you more oftentimes than not. And besides the nice guys who start turning into fitness and turn their heart cold and never talk to women again and start treating them, I don't know, a little weird. The other side is those alpha male podcasts. I just seen a skit the other day that perfectly summarizes exactly how these people turn.
Sorry for stopping you, but you're showing clear physical signs of wanting to be approached by a high value man. Oh no, yeah, see, I can identify in the way that you were walking that you want a high value man.
Bro, the minute a woman hears high value man, I promise you her ears probably turn off right then and there.
If the words high value man ever comes out of a dude's mouth to you in a conversation and he's referring to himself, walk away, because that's clear indicator that that nigga is a fucking loser and he watches too many podcasts. Subscribe to RushMoreRick.
I'm just gonna go ahead and give you my phone. You're gonna type in your digits, and I'm gonna take you out for a nice dinner tonight. You have a boyfriend? You don't have a boyfriend. Come on. If only I had a nickel for every time I heard that. That's a classic deterrent, but you see...
Who's making these filters? Because these filters is fucking creepy. Like, creepy as shit.
It doesn't work on a high value man. Like,
it doesn't work on a high value man. Like, bro, at this point, this is literally harassment.
And between me and you, whoa, don't back away.
Whoa, don't back away. Nobody wants to date Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, but worse, all right?
But whoa, before I let you go, I do also have one more question. And how many bodies do you have, by the way? 2?
No fucking way. This thing just spit out the floor as she walks on, bro. I stayed so she wasn't alone. I'm filing a high value restraining order. As you can tell by the comment section, nobody likes this type of behavior, bro. Anybody who tries to tell you otherwise, those like Miami influencers, bro, just know they're trying to sell you a course. These nice guys, they'll be nice, and then when they get rejected a few times, they're like, oh, I gotta turn cold, I gotta turn hard, I gotta become black pilled. And then, you know, they start hopping on Reddit, subbing to these courses, going into these discords, you know, learning how to pick up girls and what these techniques are. And then, you know, they'll listen to a few podcasts and become alpha males. And that shit does not even work either. Nobody likes nice guys. Like, bro, I promise you, people like kind individuals for the most part.
This is coming from a former self-proclaimed nice guy. And if any women are watching this and think I'm wrong, please let me know. I think it's for 2 main reasons. Reason number 1 is these self-proclaimed nice guys tend to be incredibly insecure. And women can smell insecurity.
That's true.
Like a shark smells blood. Confident.
That's definitely true. Like the people who are like, oh, I'm so ugly, just on the phone and shit. I'm ugly, am I? Yeah, she's gonna call me not? Is she gonna say I'm not? Is she gonna say I'm so attractive?
If you don't think women like being called pretty or beautiful and would rather be insulted instead, you're way off base.
You're an idiot. You're literally an idiot. Nobody in human history would rather be berated than complimented in their life. Nobody would, okay? They do. They probably are a victim to some type of, I don't know, Stockholm syndrome or some type of disease of some sort that I haven't heard of. Degradation kink of some sort. But even then, they don't even like that stuff until they start liking you first. Then you gotta do that. That shit only works in, like, I don't know, high school relationships where people don't even know what they like for it.
Leads me to reason number 2, fake niceness. In order to overcome their insecurities and the belief that no one should date them, nice guys try to be nice in the hopes that a girl will like them.
Right.
This is an incredibly disingenuous reason to be nice to someone.
Right.
Have you ever had something that someone else wanted and just the way they're talking to you, you feel like they're trying to get something out of you?
Yeah. Like, this is how I feel when motherfuckers knock on the door to door and try to sell fucking solar panels, bro. Trying to ask me about my day and how things are going. You know damn well you're just trying to sell me that product and nobody's trying to hear that.
Oh, I'd be nice to you, therefore I deserve physical and emotional affection.
This is literally like peak like salesman activities, bro. You're operating like a door-to-door salesman, genuinely. You're talking to them, you know, asking them what their favorite song is, you know, being fake nice just so you can, you know, get something more. And everybody can see through that, bro. You can see through that when dudes do it to you. So you don't think women can see through that when you do it to them? Like, come on, bro. Come on.
If you're incredibly insecure and feel unlovable, you need to work on yourself first and not seek that validation in a romantic partner. And number 2, be nice just to be nice, not because you expect anything.
That's the biggest thing. You want to be nice. It's not necessarily being a nice guy. It's just being a nice person. You want to be nice to be nice. Don't be nice with hidden agendas or secret intentions. You're being nice just so I can get closer to a person, or I'm being nice just so I can get something out of a person. Because like you said, everybody can see through that.
Right. I would like to think that the more you are nice to people in general in this world, the more good things will come to you as a whole. Just be nice for the sake of being nice. Okay, they don't have to like you, love you. They don't have to, you know, sleep. They don't have to do any of that stuff with you. If they want to, cool. If they don't want to, also cool. What you should do is just maintain your character. Nice guys always finish last. I was emotionally immature and didn't realize it until it was too late. Clap it up, bro. Clap it up. Bro had the realization. As I keep saying, dude, if people do not like you, just keep it pushing. Who cares? Improve yourself, of course. But if it was their fault, why would you change yourself for their better? You're being kind, you're being nice, and they don't like you. Do you think that you're the person who's in the wrong, or do you think that they're the person who has flawed logic? Them. So why would you change yourself? It doesn't even work like that. Nice guys actually don't even finish last.
2015 analysis of 12,775 individuals found that kind, helpful men were more likely to attract girlfriends.
Exactly.
This study probably surprises some of the weird dating gurus on here who say you have to be a bad person to attract a girlfriend, but it wouldn't surprise any of the scientists in my field. Study after study after study finds that women are attracted to generous, pleasant men.
Breaking news, man. People like people who are good people. Wow. Like, in order to think that people have genuine relationships that are deep, you know, long, and marriages and all that stuff, how is that relationship even gonna last? Imagine you start, you know, talking to this girl, right? You're being nice to her. She's like, oh, I don't really like you. And then you're like, oh yeah? I'll be a bad boy then. You start calling her goddamn slurs or some shit. And then she's finally attractive and y'all start dating. Like, do you think that's gonna create some type of long-term, genuine relationship? No, it's gonna be superficial. It's gonna be weird. Who would have imagined being a genuinely good, gentle person would receive love and affection? Actually nice though, not just act nice to get with her. Exactly. Nice guys finish last is a myth men use to comfort themselves after rejection. It's almost like we've been saying this to men for decades. And nice guys clearly have ulterior motives, and that turns off. We can see that it's a facade. Real good guys aren't trying to prove anything. This stems from guys being too nice too quickly, then being rejected. They're overbearing with niceness, then think being nice itself was the issue. Bro, in life, anything too much is not good, all right? You don't want to do that, especially from the beginning, bro. It looks a little weird. It looks like you're trying to, you know, butter somebody up. And then another conversation, I feel like some of y'all lack boundaries, bro. It's not just like being too nice. Letting people get over on you consistently is a character flaw. Have boundaries. Being nice and having boundaries is not like mutually exclusive. So we've established that, okay, number one, there is such thing as being fake nice. That's one of the big reasons why everybody hates nice guys, okay? But overall, as we've seen, on average, women, people in this world like nice, kind people. But I feel like what makes this worse, especially in the women's side, is the people who are like,
I don't want a mean ass guy, but am I the only person that gets like kind of aggravated when a guy is just like overly nice? What is that? Like, is that trauma? Is
like, if you're describing this,
I believe that is trauma related to a person who's never had genuine kind interactions, or they can't use discernment well enough to know, okay, this is a kind, generous interaction. This person is constantly being nice to me. Maybe it's because that's just how they were raised. Maybe it's because they're just a nice person. A lot of people don't really know how to deal with nice people on the daily because they came up dealing with a whole bunch of assholes, dealing with a whole bunch of negative, dealing with a whole bunch of just not nice people in general. So when you get around nice people, it's kind of hard to manage. Like growing up in Jersey, the way that I did, I grew up around a whole bunch of, yes, they were nice people, but it's rugged people, rough around the edges people. And then going from that place to Texas, where you're around a whole bunch of people who want to look at you and say good morning, good afternoon. They want to conversate, they want to talk. Well, it's not conversate, but they want to converse. They want to speak to you. It's kind of like not a culture shock, obviously, because shit ain't nothing really changed. But at the same time, it is a little different. It's different than getting used to, because you're not used to being nice to, or people being nice to you, being friendly to you. It is a little different.
This is exactly what it is. If a guy is being too nice, you want him to be mean. I hope you're saying that you don't like when somebody's like head over heels or way too obsessed with you, especially in like early stages. But in general, some people can't survive in peace when they've grown up in chaos. That is definitely part.
Hey, that's a fact. That's true. That is very, very true.
Partially true. Because on one hand, yeah, you could say, okay, boom, too nice, definitely not a good thing. But then somebody being nice to you, really nice to you when you're in a relationship with them already, is never really a bad thing. It just depends on what that niceness is that you're describing. I feel like saying niceness is not really a specific enough term to really assess the situation of what's going on here.
I'm about to say something super controversial right now, but I'm not even sorry. 85% of the time in this day and age, nice guys are finishing last.
Where did you pull this damn statistic?
I'm about to say 85% is a little high. You gotta cite some type of reference or something. I don't know.
Statistic out of. Did you grab the statistic out of your asshole and put it in front of our faces? Where did you get the 85% of nice people are finishing last? Let's just say jobs, right? You're talking to a woman and she's like, why should we hire you, with hands on the desk? And you're like, bitch, you're not getting hired. So what are we talking about in terms of 85% of the time nice guys are finishing last? If you're talking about fake niceness, okay, sure. But even then, where did you get this 85% stat?
As a girl, I have so many girlfriends and girl influences in my life, and I cannot even tell you the amount of times that I've heard a girl say, yeah, he's cute, but like he's too nice. It actually hurts my soul as a girl hearing another girl say that.
And a lot of this isn't even on men, because this is a walking, breathing, recording video testimony of a woman where you hear how women interact in their circles with their closest friends, and how they talk about men, and they you know that famous meme where it's like, oh shit, I ain't trying to be in a group chat. Most of these men that they talking about in the group chats where they say, yeah, he's cute, but he's too nice. He's handsome, but he's too nice. Oh, I would date him, but he's too nice. Or I would give him a chance, but he's too nice. What do you expect men to do? A lot of these men who don't know no other way, they're going to these red pill, black pill platforms on the internet where they're getting information from these dudes. It's like, obviously your way didn't work, so listen to my way. Be a dickhead to these women and maybe they'll choose you. Be an asshole to these women and maybe they'll choose you. Certain women out there, they unfortunately, as sad as it may be, they fall for these type of men.
This, and I'm not even trying to be a pick-me girl by saying this.
I'm not gonna lie, bro, this is probably propaganda. Again, if you're a girl watching this video and you have,
I don't think it's propaganda. I think she's telling the truth because there's a lot of women like that coming up nowadays. They don't value a nice person. Like the nice guy label is simply just a nice person. A lot of women don't value nice people because some women, quite frankly, this is a hot take maybe, but a lot of women aren't nice people themselves. They're not.
Have a boyfriend, is your boyfriend a nice person? I would probably be willing to bet that most of the time they're gonna say yes. I don't think girls in general as a whole really just want douches that are gonna treat them like shit. I do think that this is a Russian spy planted by Vladimir Putin himself. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Russia. Nobody in this world likes bad people. Nobody likes that. And if they do,
you know what I think it is, kinda? I don't think it's like a women, they don't fall for bad people. But I think there has to be like a playful tendency where there's banter included. Like a lot of nice guys can't banter. A lot of nice guys can't joke or take a joke because a lot of them are insecure. You joke with them and you make a joke and then they're in their head for the rest of the day like, damn, this bitch said I'm ugly. This bitch said I got a big forehead. This woman said I got like talking I got a bad smile or some shit. Like a lot of women want a man that they can be playful with, that they can joke with, that they can, talk a little shit to. Like shit talking, that's a real thing in relationships. Like a lot of people have that as a love language where they like to play. And there's a lot of nice guys who can't play. They can't shit talk. They can't banter. A lot of women actually do find that attractive.
They're the problem, not typically. When girls say he's too nice, they mean he isn't assertive or confident. Not always, but typically. I feel like you gotta word this correctly, because if you're saying too nice and you mean that they're genuinely a nice person, then as a woman, you're the person with the flaw. But if you're thinking, oh, he's like not confident, not assertive, you gotta say not confident or not assertive.
When it comes to good guys, let's just say you say to them, hey, let's build a cake. I'm gonna make the cake, but you buy the items. They show up with just flour.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, she losing me. This is brain rot analogy. This is TikTok analogy.
Why good guys finish last, and the reason is because
like good guys finish last, and I mean dead last because I say let's make a cake and you only go get flour. Shut the fuck up.
When they're gonna make something, they bring just a flour and not all the ingredients. It's not a good guy then. I'm confused.
He treats you well, has a good job, great on paper. He's a good guy. But guess what? You still need to like him. I've literally forced myself to talk to people that I just felt like, great guy, like I should give him a chance. Basically force feelings.
That doesn't work, bro.
Because I felt like they were just a really good person and I should like them, right?
And at the end of the day, that's not even anybody's fault, right? You can't even blame her, bro. You don't like everybody who likes you. If everybody liked the person who...
Yeah, but that's pity. It sounds like pity to me. Like he's a nice guy on paper, so... Maybe if I force myself to like him, some feelings will actually develop. That's like pity. You can't date somebody out of pity. You can't.
Like them.
It'll never work.
Relationships of everything will be so different. There has been people who liked you that you didn't like back because either you didn't find them attractive, you didn't think they were a nice person, whatever it is, bro. Nobody has to date somebody that they don't like. And you don't necessarily even have to have some type of explanation for why you don't like them. You just don't. And that's fine. All they need, the only reason for them to not want to be with you could be not wanting to be with you.
Why no one wants to date
as simple as that.
Nice guys. It's because being nice is not the same thing as being kind.
Right.
When you're nice, your primary motivation is getting people to like you.
Right.
So you say all the right things and you're not mean and you don't stir up any trouble. Whereas being kind is trying to make people's lives concretely better in the long term. In order to get anything done in this world, you have to be willing to ruffle some feathers.
Okay.
And that's a fact.
Telling people stuff they don't want to hear, being selfish with your time,
That's true.
making necessary
That's
sacrifices.
true.
And nice guys really struggle with doing this. How much people want you in their lives is always a function of how much value you bring to the table. The other more important thing is that when you're compulsively nice, there's this inability to disagree with people, especially people from whom you really want validation.
Yeah.
This can be for small things, but also big things like lifestyle choices or what you want out of your future.
Taking initiative.
And that's a fact. You know, I think it comes down to this with this whole nice guy thing. You shouldn't desire to be a nice guy. You should desire to be a nice person, whether you're interacting with men, whether you're interacting with women, whether you know, romantically pursuing which gender, who cares? Just be a nice person, because if you're just being a nice guy and you're afraid that nice guys finish last, so you tend to lean to that asshole side of the spectrum, that'll never 100% work. Some cases it may be, like if you're a motherfucking Chad and your looks maxed out the ass and you just fit every other subscription that she's looking for, maybe it may work. But for the everyday person, a lot of people just want genuine connection. We want nice connections, with nice people, you know? So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, how about you guys just be nice people and like, comment, and sub and watch the rest of the videos on the channel. It's been your boy RushMoreRick, and I'm out. Peace.